What's going on, guys? This is Pete Clark. We are back with another video here at Carrot Corner Poker Education, and today we are taking the first sneak peek into my return to competitive cash game poker. I've begun playing again, and I played a 6-hour session on stream yesterday, and that session was a bit of a roller coaster. It started off really gruelingly. I was put in quite a few terrible spots, and my nerves were frayed. The pool was very tough early on with a lot of really strong regulars. Played in the AM UK time at 200 Zoom. It was a very tough game, highest Zoom pool running. Then the pool softened up a bit later in the day. I started to find a bit of form, started to feel a lot more comfortable again, and really played some of the best poker that I've played, I think, in a long time. It's to be expected, right? Getting back into the flow and starting to ramp up volume again after a long period of course creation. That said, the Carrot Poker School is available on carrotcorner.com. You can pick up our full scholarship today and save £500 getting yourself over 30 hours of quality classroom style poker education on the theory of cash game poker. So let's get into the highlight reel. I've picked just the juiciest, most exciting pots for you guys to watch. So I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, there'll be lots of these to come, so do let me know in the comments whether you like this format. This is going to be a series, and there'll be loads more. Enjoy the video. Be mixing this one. This time we roll a 3-bet. I'm going to be using the smallest sizing in position. Okay, Jack 9-6. Pretty decent board for range, not fantastic in this configuration. The first question I want to answer here is, do I want to range bet a board with 3 set making cards that's 2-tone? And I think not. I want a high bet frequency, and I want this hand to bet around that frequency or a bit more. Let's say that my bet frequency with range is going to be 65. Let's bet the hand about 70% of the time. We roll a check this time by rolling an 89 on the RNG. I'll keep you guys clocked into what the RNG is actually saying. I think 10-8 here is going to make a plus EV call. Villain leads this sizing. I don't know this player. This could mean a lot of different things. There's obviously a bunch of different bluffs here. King Jack on the turn in position here. Despite the fact this double flush draw, we're not going to be building any raise at this SPR. Just going to be a pure call, and a happy one at that. 10-8 will start by checking. Thank you, Craig Hack. What's up, Money Slayer? Villain goes all in on the river. We do block quite a few bluffs with the King of Diamonds here. This is one of the cards I expect to be in Villain's bluffing range the most. I also don't know this player, and they could be a recreational. I'm going to go ahead and fold here for now. If I know this is a tough reg, I'll probably mix call with that combo. 8-9, let's open. King Queen will 3-bet 25% of the time, calling this time, flop and open in straight flush draw here. And going to go ahead and bet here against a recreational player. I think bet is just a superior line. Turn is straight. Sizing wise, this is kind of interesting. I don't think Villain's going to be super elastic here. I wonder about overbetting this node. The thing about these boards, this is an exploit, and I'll talk about this in a second. The thing about these boards is 10-9 beats is Jack 10. There are some boats here. This is the super close spot now, actually, when it goes 4 straight. I'm gonna set out for a minute here. Yeah, I think it's a check. I don't think we can value bet that thinly. Go ahead and 3-bet the Jack 10 first, not building any calls here, which is why you see me just pure 3-bet this combo. This is going to be a range check. This is a very bad board for range that I think I can just not build a betting range on. Yeah, I'm going to check everything in my range in this board. We'll go from there. Jam should be happening at some frequency if we raise here. The question is, are we allowed to raise this hand? We probably are at some frequency. I'm going to call him a little bit short of block here. This turn is reasonable for our range. We have way more hands like pocket sevens at a higher frequency now. That's maybe not true, but I think Villain will check back the flop with pocket sevens a decent amount of the time. Clearly it's quite far from the full story. Excellent bluff capture, no reason to turn this into a bluff. Beating bluffs badly, free draw against the value part of Villain's range, easy call. kind of an unappetizing spot to bluff frequently here. I think it's quite hard not to have a really strong range on this node. The king is also just an annoying card in the sense that when villain has a hand like king queen, king jack, they obviously overtake us on the river. There just really aren't that many bluffs available here. I mean, there's like ace queen, ace jack, which we block, ace queen that bet flop and bet turn. This doesn't seem super likely. There's a lot of sets and straights here. I'm going to go ahead and fold my hand. I can mix call and fold here with this hand. Jack 8 is super close in the big blind. Doesn't really matter what we do. Villain checks back. We have the 5 of diamonds turn. Because we have the jack of hearts here, we can do some betting. I'm going to choose over bets here when I bet. Question is, do I want to bet this hand always? I don't think I want to always bet here. I'm going to bet it sometimes though. And this is one of these times I want to be a bit careful about over bluffing this node. But with the gutter and the jack of hearts, this is certainly going to be one of our bluffs. And I think the river will be a pure bluff here. The question is going to be sizing. We have the second nut flush draw blocker. So overbet is going to be in the mix here. I think big bet can be in the mix here as well. I can have like some 2 pair hands that would want to do that. Block is a bit less sensible on this card. I don't really see why I would block here, so I'm going to roll between the other 2 sizes. Overbet this time. We have a lot of flush draws in range when we overbet turn here. And that's really our value region for this sizing. You kind of want the quick fold here. When people tank against this overbet, I feel like they call. I just feel like that's what happens most of the time. Unfortunately, we can't exploit that because we don't get to see the timing before we bet. Had some wicked injuries as a kid playing football on these horrible surfaces with like bits of glass in them. There's no doubt some kids have been drinking there like the day before and smashed bottles everywhere, and we're just like playing football, like not giving a fuck as like 8-year-olds and slashing ourselves to pieces. Standard, right? So you can do a bit of check raise with these hands even without a backdoor. Against this sizing, it's going to be much more of a rare proposition. This is still going to be a continue either way. Let's mix in about... We have very little raise here actually. Let's just go about 25% raise with this hand. The rest is going to just be call. The flush turn is quite good for us after we call a large flopsy bet. We do move more heavily towards flush draws than normal because we relinquish some other hands that still call all flush draws. So sometimes you can think about what your opponent's sizing has done to your range in these spots. Interesting situation. I think this hand is pure raise now. I don't really think there's anything else we can do. I don't think we can fold. Although maybe we can, but I don't think so. I think this hand probably just becomes one of our pure raises. We don't mind that much if we get jammed on, although we'll basically just never get jammed on here. Sizing like this is fine. Fairly geometric. Not that you should always be pursuing geometric sizing. Five flush is really bad for us, but we just have no bluffs here. This is such an awkward spot. I wonder about this play. I feel like this will be more effective than shove, and I'll talk about why in just a second. I'm going to bet the king 10-3. The reason for this play is quite a non-obvious one, and it's not a play that many of you will find. But we all have dreams to be chilling in the sun, becoming the GOAT of online cash games. But how do we achieve such a dream? How do we get to the very top of the poker climbing frame? How do we avoid plummeting to the very bottom, or even roaming around eating off the ground? Well, one way we can do this, guys, is by getting really regular feedback and making sure that we're truly understanding the material that we're working our way through. The Carrot Poker School is great for this. It gives you feedback every step of the way. With every lecture, there comes a homework task with feedback by me, and also there's an exam per grade of the Carrot Poker School, which is 10 very meaty questions long, and we go into over an hour of me working in the solver, showing you why everything is the case, and giving you feedback on your answers. To my knowledge, there aren't many other poker courses out there, and there never have been, that give you this opportunity. Don't underestimate the importance of feedback. Yes, the Carrot Poker School has hours and hours of footage. It's very meaty, it's very academic, and that's why we make sure that we test you and let you test yourself every step of the way. To pick it up, head over to carrotcorner.com, and you can save £500 by grabbing our full scholarship today and getting grade 1, grade 2 and grade 3 all at the same time. Hope you enjoy the material, and let's get back to the action. Calling this time with Jack 10. Gonna play big bet here again on 8-7 deuce probably. Anything with like two of these mediocre cards, the small cards, I'll play big bet. Gonna bet here 70% of the time with this hand. Do a bit of check. Jack 9, I'm gonna do 25% 3-bet, the rest call. Queen turn is okay for us, it does hit quite a lot of our bluffs. I think we want to bet often here. I'm going to bet 70% of the time. Let's bet 70% of the time again with this hand, I think that's fine. Do we have overbets here? Do we just want big bet? I think we just want to use big bet here. We're betting quite a lot of Queen X and stuff. Maybe we can have overbet actually. I think we can have overbet. Fold to Jack 9 here. Yeah, I think we can definitely overbet this spot. We have like two pair now. We have hands like King, Queen, Queen, Jack sometimes that can probably overbet. Over pairs are meant to check raise. This is why I think we can overbet this spot. And jam looks like the sizing. Or maybe jam. We jam like obviously Queens is going to call. We should do it sometimes though, right? With our sets and things. Roll it this time. I don't think there's many Jack X, 10X calling turn, folding river here. Why are we in dollars? The most nerve-wracking spot in the game, man. I think we have big bets and jams on this node. Brutal. Whew. Brutal spot. It gets the heart rate going when you shove for 3x pot and you're like, what am I even doing? I'm trying to win this tiny pot. What are you guys saying today anyway? What is going on with you? What are you doing today? Is the weather as good where you are as it is for me? Gonna go small frequency 3-bet here, the rest call. Definitely a recreational. The Ukraine flags are great, but it's so annoying sometimes because like, you think it's someone else because you're used to seeing like error you lose having this flag, right? And then somebody else has it and you're like, god damn it. I'm gonna just bet Queen Jack here. I think turn is over probed, but I think flop is under raised and over folded. Against pot, this is like probably just a pure call. Yeah, this is a pure call. It's not the best spot. This is a great card for range. I think we can probably do a bit of lead here. This hand seems a bit too mediocre though. I would build some lead on this turn though. I just don't think ace 10 is a hand to do it with. And I think I just have to check river here after he potted flop. If he chooses a different side, it's a very good run out for me. But this hand just has to check. I just don't think I can thin value bet this holding. It's too thin. Because my range is doing so well, it actually makes it harder for me to thin value bet, right? That's a cool concept. When your range is doing well, you can't value bet as thinly. And I don't really have... I have a lot of slow plays here as well. So at 10x I'm totally indifferent with. What do I want to do here against the bet? Against half pot? I mean, I also have like ace-jack, pocket pair and stuff like that. Like 9s, 8s, 7s. I'm going to call here. I just think the spot's probably overbluffed. Running out of time, or I would mix 3-bet with the queen 10 of diamonds. The thing is, he's telling me it's a hand that can half pot river for value. Like, what is that hand exactly? Like, what is that? Because I feel like boats are generally going to go a bit bigger. Ace 10 is close here. I've got to fold it this time, but you can obviously 3-bet. Just sit out and talk about that actually, because I think this river spot's quite interesting. It's quite easy to get this wrong. Queen 10, I'm going to play blocks, overbets, and checks. I don't like overbet with this hand so much. I think I'm going to just mix block and check here. I don't love overbet when I block the 10. I don't care about blocking the queen because that bets anyway. It raises the bet, it invests a lot, whatever I do. But blocking the 10 is going to make the overbet a bit worse. So block bet's fine here because we unblock like ace, king, ace, jack, 6s, 4s, 5s, 7s, etc. We get raised a ton as well, which is what we want. And I think we're just... I mean, we basically have the nuts here. I think we just call. Just don't play raises here. Is that right? I don't think we play raises here. This is a weird spot though, for sure. Maybe I do play raises here. I'm gonna call this time anyway, but I might play some raises. So King Jack is a thing in villain's range, but so is like Jack 8, Jack 9. This is such a weird spot. It's like, what is his value region? Like, sure, some King Queen, some hands that will just have to check back. Now, he also has Ace Queen. This is just obviously a call. There's nothing else to say. Yeah, Jack 8, Jack 9, that's going to be a prevalent part, right? Let's review a couple of these. But yeah, positive so far. I think mental game's been pretty strong. I think performance has been okay. Finding some bluffs, you know, finding the right bet sizes as well. Yeah, I think I've actually played really well today. I'm going to give myself an 8 out of 10 so far. Some things I can do better, like not overfolding quite so much in certain tricky spots, but you know, people are playing well, they're putting me in some tough situations. You're gonna crack here and there. I'm gonna mix 4-bet and fold here with ace 10 off. I'm gonna 4-bet half the time with this holding. I believe it's something like that. Fairly advantageous blockers in this situation. I go a bit bigger against small blind. Reason being is that small blind's range is a bit more merged. This one is just gonna be a call. Jack 10-6, yeah, they can check this flop sometimes. I want to bet this more than global. I think I'll just use big bets on Jack 10-6 and I bet this hand. Or will I just use small bets? I think I'll use small bets actually, and I'll bet this hand more than global. Let's say 60% bet, the rest check. Should be fine. Villain calls 10 turn, really bad for hand. Not great for range either. I think King Jack is mostly just going to want to check now. Why would I want to bet this hand here? I don't really see a reason in the 10 turn. Snap check on river, gonna have to value bet here. This is somewhat thin, I think it's okay. It's not that thin actually, it's okay. He had ace king. Yeah, I didn't mean to fold the king 4 of hearts there. I meant to do something with that hand, I just misclicked. Oh well. Bold calls. See, I can't decide who this guy is. I keep changing my mind. Okay, I'm going to check 7-7-6 with King Jack of clubs. Probably all the time. They pretty much suck you in to grind high volume. Basically, the game plan to generate mass rate to give back some money to the investors. They'll soft games, that's a plus for sure. Yeah, exactly. Like, I think you can easily underestimate just how good a game being soft actually is for your win rate in these spots. I'm going to check this time with the King Jack. You can bet here for sure. I think it's a spot that may be over bluffed though. I'm going to call and call river here. I mean, there's a few boats and stuff. I'm pretty happy with this spot in general though. Jam is kind of interesting as well. Go and block backdoor flush draws 10-9. There's some denial here. I think I prefer call. A fucking river card, huh? He just hits the 10 now, he doesn't bluff, right? We're gonna get him if it doesn't come. Definitely just hit that 10. Yeah, ace 10. Ace 10 of diamonds is over bluffing the turn, man. For sure. I don't know, man. I don't know if we do the downgrading ceremony for this guy yet. I feel like he's a bit too loose and a bit too spewy. I might downgrade him. I think he's like Durr, like he's overrated and he's actually just spewy. Like Durr's overrated, right? That's Doug Pope. Durr's just a spew third. You heard it here first, actually second. Doug said it first, but we'll say it too. We might, yeah, he's just cold cult, yeah, we're downgrading him. He's actually just an active recreational. The downgrading ceremony is upon us, guys. You have been downgraded by Carrot Corner Poker Education. Please settle into your new role. Please read the welcome documents that show you how to play the new role. Active Rec. Check back. That's the downgrading ceremony for our opponent, guys. He had an orange tag for a while because everybody's a good reg in this build, but not this person. They're way too loose and spewy. I'm really happy with my turn check now. Super happy. I don't think they're like a maniac fish. Like, I don't think they're that bad. But I think they're definitely a bit too loose and spewy. Ace 4, this is interesting. On this run out, I mean, maybe we can value bet river. It's close though. I'm gonna call a 3-bet this time, cotton hole. Let's fucking, oh, let's dance. This guy's way out of whack, by the way. 3-betting so wide. This is a good opportunity. Sees everything we ever wanted one time. Let's go, flush. Let's go straight. Backdoor flush, backdoor straight. Let's go. Are we playing call only here, or are we playing... I think I'm playing call only on a paired board. More polarizing to this guy. These over pairs are more immune. Stronger here. Let's fucking go, flush. This guy's way over bluffing, so I'm just going to call. Let them hang themselves, as we say. Nice clean run out. What we like to see. I guess flush is jam. Bolts jam. Yeah, I guess jam is the play. I'm gonna take my time though, a little bit. Not so much so that I can be sniped. Not even that much of an overbet. Nice! I told you we'd get that guy. I mean, these guys don't really make mistakes, a lot of the regs of these games. There we go. Here we go. Okay, set against this. Hang himself or raise? Kind of deeper. I think I like raise here. Yeah, I think I like raise here, guys. Something like this. Let's go. Okay, big bet, B75 jam. Seems okay. Nice run out. He shoves, we call. Surprisingly. Yes, boys, yes, boys! Oh, and we have aces. It's all kicking off. All kicking off here at Carrot Corner Poker Education. Should change the Twitch name to that too. Oh my god. Jam. A weaker player. Maybe they make some bad stack off here with like ace king off or something. Can I just time bank here without being folded out? Right, time bank. N8 with a bunt. This pool is good now. I'm gonna peel here. Try and make like a boat. This pool is good now, gang. This pool is good now. Let's shove. Both run into kings. We well, this is super under bluff spot. I think these are both recreationals. I expect to call here a lot. I think this is just under bluff spot from a recreational usually. Oh, that's a shame. We were down nearly 3 buy-ins at one point. Now we're up like a buy-in. In fact, now I need to refresh it because we just lost a hand where we missed another flop. Now we're up like $100. Still fickle, isn't it? Half a buy-in. We're up over 891 hands that we've played. We also accumulated a little bit of rake back though, so we can open some chests too. And I'll be bringing you the second part of this session. Things got a lot more exciting and even crazier in part 2 of the 6-hour stream. That's coming your way in a few days here at Carrot Corner Poker Education. Hope you're loving the content and do let me know what you think. Do remember to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel and leave me a little comment down below if you enjoyed the video. See you next time guys. Bye for now.